Hello and thanks for staying with us. Customs continue to increase the revenue base of the country. Also, on customs report, more seizures continue to pour in from customs command all over the country. Plus, more report. I am Igiseme Itinye. Stay tuned. With the first PA issued by Nigerian Customs Service, the Odogu Digital Trade System is developed by customs themselves. The CG in its first launch, B. Odogu in PTLM, and later Apapa and Tinkan Command. Just hear what he said about the system and its management while they were in the launching in Lagos.
Over the last 1 year, we have tried to put the public, we've tried to put our stakeholders at the heart of what we are trying to do. And this is one of those efforts to ensure that we remain consistently of service to all our stakeholders, to provide cost-effective service, something that impacts, that brings immediate impact to all members of our community. So I want to thank all of you. And on behalf of those officers and men, I want to recommit our efforts that we will continue in this trajectory. We will do more in the new year so that the public will have maximum impact from what we do. 2025 is indeed a year of history for us because we have reached a very critical junction in our operations, and it necessitates that we needed to move forward with the kind of modernization initiative that we have embarked upon. And the timeline that we are, the timing of it, it's very, very important because it aligns with our strategic transformation roadmaps and the commitments that we have given to all our stakeholders. We have been under service provisions for almost a decade by a service provider contracted by government. The service provision was under a contract for a period of time, and that expired. For some reasons, government, in its wisdom, find it necessary to extend that contract. And a number of other extensions were granted, and government felt at a time that that contract needed to be terminated. And a new concession agreement was signed between the federal government of Nigeria and a new service provider, TMP, Messrs. TMP. And while Messrs. TMP set to work, one of the early conversations that they had with us was, are we going to continue on NICES that we have used for decades, or are we going to introduce a new legacy system? Because of the history of frustration and dissatisfaction that we've had with NICES, we took that bold decision that we are going to start on a fresh note. We are going to develop a new system that will take care of all the challenges that we've had, all the frustrations that we've had with the previous systems for over almost 20 years. And that was why our officers working with the service providers started to develop a new system. And what we had was what we christened Bodogu. And I think we all need to understand how we came with a new concept that is inward-looking, that is indigenous, that reflects our aspiration to put at our border a very, very robust system, robust as Odogu, visible as Odogu, powerful as Odogu, that can handle, so that has the resilience that can handle the complexity and the volume of international trade. That is why we coined that system, Odogu at the border, The B stands for border, representing anything that you process within Nigerian border, and then you have Odogu. So Bodogu is the border at Odogu. So I don't want us to start pronouncing it as an English acronym. It is African, it is Nigeria, it is Bodogu. We are not deceiving ourselves thinking that this is going to be a walk in the park. When we launched it at PTML, a relatively smaller command, we experienced a number of glitches, and they are not surprising. And as we experienced those glitches, we had a very, very strong and helpful implementation team that was on hand to address some of these challenges. Have we finished? Are we done with those challenges? I would say yes, I would say no. There are some of them that we have been able to address, but there are some that we were still carrying over to this place. Are we going to wait until we completely finish addressing those issues before we deploy? We felt that the timelines that we had, is very tight, so we can begin the development and deployment of these systems in other places. And along the line, we would also be addressing the challenges that they raise. With your cooperation, with your support, with your understanding, we will together address all those challenges. I need to bring your memories back to sometimes in 2013, 2014. We walked this same route together with you. This is not the first time we are experiencing this kind of glitches when we are transitioning from one system to the other. When these same service providers decided to stall the implementation of PAR in 2013, these were the kind of problems that we had. But we stood together. We said we are going to confront those challenges together. And 2-3 months after, all the backlog of Form M that they use to create glitches into our systems, we were able to summon them. We were able to upload all of them into the new system that was also developed by the Nigeria Customs Service officers in conjunction with some partners at that time. And that was how we were able to overcome that problem. I want to believe that this time we are even standing stronger, and our spirit, our resolve to work together is even stronger than it was 10 years ago, because now you have one of your own as Controller General, and I believe that working together we will achieve this.
Can you pull up one of the values? Which one? Yes, it's there. So there's no live transaction with our partner. So this was the one we tested to be sure that Papa can see. Once we go live, this will all be cancelled. Because we will not even be able to see it. Because we are tested to be sure that Papa is very confident. That's why they are seeing this cancel store. But once we are going live, this will disappear, then they want to see this changes in our
The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service has again won another award for leadership newspaper in Nigeria. The award was presented to the CG by the Attorney General of the Federation on behalf of the newspapers. He was presented with the Leadership Public Service Person of the Year in Abuja.
Award is Public Service Person of the Year. This man has turned revenue generation, the customs, into an alternative oil well. Please join me as I welcome here the Controller General of Customs, Alhaji Bashir Adewale Adeniyi.
The Attorney General of Federation will still stand by for that. Ebere, remember the notes he sent to us? I say with his full chest.
Citation.
Leadership Awards 2024. Public Service Person of the Year, Alhaji Adewale Adeniyi, MFR, Controller General, Nigeria Customs Service. For your transformative leadership of the Nigeria Customs Service, NCS, which ushered in a new era of transparency, operational efficiency, and improved revenue generation that has significantly contributed to Nigeria's economic stability. Alhaji Adewale Adeniyi, MFR, Controller General, Nigeria Customs Service, is Public Person of the Year 2024.
We invite the Attorney General of the Federation to put legal stamp on this award.
The Nigerian Customs Federal Capital Command accepted a large consignment of tramadol valued at over 8.6 billion naira at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. The seizure was made at Airport Cargo Terminal led by the Area Controller, Olumide Adebisi. The Customs Area Controller condemned the action of individuals who continue to traffic on illicit drugs into the country under trade operations. He said that these types of drugs often end up in the hands of terrorists, bandits, kidnappers, Boko Haram fighters, and other criminal elements threatening the peace of our nation. So commended the backing of the Siege of Customs, under whose administration the FCT Command has so far received critical support and operational materials to operate effectively. The drugs were later handed over to NDLA officials at the airport. Commander Mohammed Jeddah commended Customs for a job well done. The Semi-Area Command of Nigerian Customs Service welcome House Representative members on customs to the border. The visit is part of the House duty to visit Customs Commission and see how the service is operating. The delegation was received by the Area Controller in charge of semi-border.
The John Border Post is a landmark facility that symbolizes the integration and cooperation between Nigeria and Benin Republic. It is some kilometers away from Badagry on the coastal road located on the Abidjan-Lagos corridor. The border post is one of the busiest in West Africa, with a significant volume of transit trade passing through the GPB. The GPB was initiated by the ECOWAS and founded by the European Union and formally inaugurated on 23rd October 2018 by the then President of Nigeria and that of Benin Republic. Its key objective is to achieve one-stop border post. That's where we are now. Meaning that the facility combines border clearance activities in a single location, enhancing trade facilitation and reducing transit times. Our command has fully embraced the Joint Border Post initiative, a pivotal tool enhancing regional integration and cooperation. This initiative has streamlined custom procedures improve trade facilitation between ECOWAS member states, and strengthen intelligence sharing, particularly in combating smuggling and revenue leakages. Distinguished chairman and members of the committee, I assume office as Custom Area Controller of the Command on 11 February 2025, with clear mandate to enhance the revenue generation, strengthen trade facilitation, intensify anti-smuggling operations, and deepen interagency cooperation in line with the policy thrust of the Controller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale, MFR. Revenue generation, January to March 2025. Under my leadership, the command has recorded a significant increase in revenue collection for the first quarter of 2025. These achievements stem from our strategic focus on enhanced risk management, improved compliance mechanisms, and aggressive anti-smuggling operations. The command generated 1,986,395,565 naira and 85 kobo only from January to March 2025. Trade facilitation exports. In line with our mandate, we have prioritized export facilitation through streamlined processes, reduced clearance times, and support for legitimate trade. These initiatives have led to increased export volumes, improved trader confidence, and a corresponding boost in revenue. From January to March 2025, the command facilitated export totaling 36,000 metric tons, equivalent to 2,233 trucks, with free on-board value of 20 billion, 555 billion, 888,432 naira and 87 kobo only. Anti-smuggling exports. Our command remains unwavering in its commitment to curbing smuggling and safeguarding national revenue. We have recorded commendable seizures and arrests, which reflect on our proactive enforcement strategies and interagency collaborations. These efforts have greatly contributed to protecting our borders and the nation's economy. From January to March 2025, the command made several seizures, ranging from poultry products, petroleum products, hard drug narcotics, foreign pipeline rice, wild animals, general merchandise, foreign sugar, vehicles, and other amounting to 855 billion, 700,504 naira only in duty paid value. Our achievement will continue to grapple with several operational challenges. Infrastructure deficiency. The lack of adequate infrastructure at border posts remains a key impediment to efficient trade operations. Capacity constraints, shortages in personnel and equipment hinder effective border management and surveillance. Technology gaps, limited automation and scanning machines resist our ability to efficiently process trade data and detect illicit activities. Projects, there are currently 6 ongoing projects that are about to be completed or are different phases of work in progress, and 2 new projects that work could not start due to one reason or the other. The major issue of concern was those projects of barracks accommodation that were completely abandoned by the contractors between the year 2019 and 2021. To mitigate these issues, we respectfully recommend the following: infrastructure investment, upgrade and expand broader facilities to support trade and security objectives. Capacity building, recruit and train additional personnel, and provide modern equipment to bolster operational capacity. Technological advancement, deploy modern ICT solutions and scanning machines to enhance data processing, risk profiling, and intelligence-driven enforcement.
Responding, the leader of the team speaks on revenue generation across some projects in semi-border.
When we came to oversight last time, you were being headed by a non-career officer. But today, your Controller General is part of you, is a career officer, courtesy of the act that this committee did in the Night Assembly. Courtesy of that act, you have opportunity to become Controller General of Customs in future. and any of these young ones. So, and again, one thing that you don't know is it is that Custom Act that sustain you. So this committee is not just there, or you are just seeing these people sitting down. It's not that we don't have anything to do. We are here to support you, to support the service, to make sure things work for you. And then we expect you to also do what is right and what is needful. And make sure this committee keep on happy to support you. So please, we want you to know that our coming is for your good.
You are watching the program Customs Report. Customs Area Controller in charge of Ogun 1 Command has told members of the public to stop bringing in foreign currency into the country without proper approval from government. He was speaking when he handed over some of the foreign currencies seized from some consignments being imported into the country at Idiroko border. He has this to say. The Nigerian Customs Service has urged all customs commissions in Nigeria to continue to fight against smugglers of foreign currencies. With these directives, the Ogun 1 controllers seize foreign currencies at the nation's border.
Come to Idiroko, headquarters of Ogun 1 Area Command, to witness another landmark achievement of our efforts in curtailing smuggling of foreign currency across the border. To actualize one of the mandates of the command as stipulated in Section 4, subsection E and F of Nigeria Customs Service Act 2023 on suppression of smuggling and border enforcement on 20th of March 2025, our officers on duty at Outward Baggage Hall while conducting on passenger baggage en route Nigeria to Benin Republic, a bag suspected to be carrying unlawful content was spotted. On thorough examination, it was discovered to contain new mint foreign currency note. Our officers conducted a search on the bag in line with the provision of Section 6 of the Nigeria Customs Service Act 2023 and discovered the bag to be containing foreign currency. On examination, it was discovered to contain 7 million CFA. Gentlemen of the press, it might interest you to know that failure to declare cash amounting the seized currency run contrary to the Anti-Money Laundering and Prohibition Act 2022 and the Foreign Exchange Monitoring and Miscellaneous Provisions Act 1995. Gentlemen of the press, having recognized the critical role of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, played in enforcing law related to money laundering, terrorism, financial and other financial crimes in Nigeria, the Nigeria Customs Service, Ogun 1 Area Command, on behalf of the Controller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeni, MFR, invites the leadership of the FCC and gentlemen of the press to be part of history as we carry out the directives of the Controller General of Customs to officially hand over the seized 7 million CFA to EFCC. The handing over of the seized currency is to foster interagency collaboration between Nigeria Customs Service, EFCC, and other agencies in line with the policy thrust of our Controller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeni, MFR. As a traveling passenger, you are privileged. There are privileges you enjoy. Even in terms of your baggage, not only even the currency. You declare your currency. Nobody will stop you from that. But I think there are reasons why government is saying, declare your currency. Where are you hiding it? Why are you hiding it? That's why we now talk about money laundering. Isn't that the reason why we're talking about money laundering? Because people want to transport their money out in other means. And why should they be doing that? It's like as mentioned earlier, if you come, you declare. Whatever amount you have, declare, and then we'll give you the destiny.
The controller said the service will continue to seize unlawful currency movement at the border at any time of the day. Just before I round up this week's edition of the program, Customs Report, we brought you a report where the Nigerian Customs Service has issued the first PAR for B Odogu being used in most ports in the country. For me, Egeseme Edinye, thanks for watching.